Welcome to another episode of Burn the Wagon podcast. Here we are at Eric Wilder's Native Art Expo in Guala, California. Here I am with Henry. Henry, could you tell the people what tribe or tribes you're from?
My name's Henry Frank, and I'm the son of Valerie Tui and Ricky Frank. And I am Yurok and Kashaya Pomo, Karuk, Talawa, Dutch and Spanish.
So we're right here in your territory, actually.
Yes.
Yes, that's beautiful. And we are standing in front of one of your beautiful pieces. Can you tell us about some of the pieces that are in the art show today?
That are in it. This is Birthright, and this was inspired when Mio Marufo asked me if I had a piece that represented my Pomo side, and at that time I didn't. I only had my Yurok side. That's the way I grew up with my grandmother, but my grandfather, William Barney Franks, is where my Pomo side came from, my Kashaya side. And so I was like, you know what, I'll just create a piece. And when I got out, probably about maybe 5 years ago, I was up in Shingle Springs, and my cousin Paul McClanther saw me and said, hey, are you going to dance with your family? And I never have, because I was in prison. And I said, no. And then he's like, well, are you going to dance with us today? I said, I don't have any riggins. And he was like, well, you're in luck. I got a spare. I said, all right, well, then let's do it. And so went out there, and it was the first time I got to dance with my family, in the arbor and stuff. And it changed my life. It's just like spiritually. You know what I mean? Having that connection with just the people, the land, and my family. And so I wanted to commemorate that in this painting here, which led to a larger series. And I have across all universes and dimensions over there. And then I also have I give it to you. I give it all to you, Creator. And it's about what dancers go through and experience when they're in there, dancing, because we go beyond our human form, and we go beyond just our present state right here. We're in between these universes. We're in between these dimensions. We're in between time. You know what I mean? And it brings us all together: the past, the present, and the future. And so that's what I kind of want to represent there. And then these other two pieces over here is kind of like a documentation of 20 years of my incarceration. Had a 29-year life sentence at one time, and I thought I was going to die in prison. I accepted that until I didn't. Mm-hmm. And once I decided I am not going to die in prison, then, the things started align for me to get out. And I have been doing everything that I could to give back to the communities, to give back to my family, give back to the indigenous people, and still representing the people that are still inside, experiencing incarceration, and doing my best to humanize them, because that's what they are, human beings.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a lot of my motivation in my artwork lately. Mm-hmm. And currently right now I'm working on a Lego structure. It's North Block, actually, and I got the Bayside part done. And it's about almost 3 feet long and about 2.5 feet high. And there will be a backside and then everything that goes around it. So that's what I'm kind of working on right now. And Eric Wilder, is a huge inspiration, I would say mentor, along with Mio, that has helped me really get into the indigenous ways of life in the past, and how does it connect. And for them to, see the potential in me that maybe I was aware of, to do, this part of my culture and this part of my family. And it has really healed me to connect to my Pomo side. And just, what he does is just phenomenal, just uplifting indigenous artists, regardless what tribe, regardless where they are, regardless if they're recognized or not recognized by the federal government. It doesn't matter. If you're indigenous and you're an artist, he wants you here. He wants to promote you. He wants to give you visibility. He wants to give you a voice. And so I'm just really just grateful that he's given me that opportunity, and I hope to do the same thing, in future endeavors.
Beautiful, beautiful words, beautiful artwork, beautiful human being. And I'm happy to be here, standing here with you and being able to witness your art. And like you said, like pushing through those years that you were locked up and finding that thing that helped you through. I'm so happy that was found, and so happy that you harnessed that and kept it going. You know what I mean? Because I see you all over the place, and I see this beautiful artwork, and just your presence is beautiful. So I'm super happy to be here with you and learn from you. You know what you just talked about. So thank you. I appreciate you coming on, and we've had a couple of these episodes. So every time we have it, I learn something new. So yeah, and again, shout out to Eric Wilder for putting these art expos together. It's not easy to do. He brings artists from all over the place. So if you can, go give Eric Wilder a follow. Also, where can people follow you on Instagram?
At Red Tail Art.
Awesome. On Instagram, Facebook?
On Instagram, Henry Frank. On Facebook, and then www.redtailart.com. And then I just, check out Still in My Head. It's the last tab on there, and you get a lot of my poetry, a lot of my videos of speaking at art engagements and stuff like that. And I just did the commencement speech for the Mount Tamalpais College graduation at San Quentin, and I'm an alumni of that from 2007, and never thought I would be doing something like that, and I took it seriously. It took me about 40 days to do the research and come up with what I came up with, and I mean, it has to be one of my best writings, to date. And I highly, just check it out, see what you can get from it. And I think it's just not just for the people that are incarcerated. I mean, it's just for people. It was just be you, and just celebrate yourself and uplift yourself. And then once you're comfortable with that, do it for the next person. You know what I mean? There is no need to be, over them or, upping, one-upping them or whatever. Have space for just everybody, and let them have their voice heard. And I just like to take this opportunity to thank you for what you're doing for the indigenous people. Same thing, giving visibility, giving a voice, hearing our stories told from us and not, through a filter, so, it's comfortable for other races to, to enjoy it as well, just speaking the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, you're encouraging as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Right on, brother.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.